1.
Oh. And welcome back to a wonderful, fantastic, superific chat about games with
Tokyo Game Chat. Superific. Our call is in on Webster's. We're gonna see if we can get that put in the dictionary.
I'm pushing for it. You know what? I'm Wikipedia. Here we go. So yeah, this is
Wikipedia. You can just go ahead and put that in yourself.
Exactly, Dave. That's the best part.
That's what you're gonna do when you go home tonight.
Yep.
Editing Wikipedia pages.
How do you know that? So we are here in Tokyo, in Akihabara, and if you've been watching, this is our 4th and last video of our E3 thoughts, feelings, and gripes.
Unfiltered, unbiased, and uncensored.
Right for you guys. So, in this segment, we'll be talking about the third-party peoples.
Third-party people in the house. I can't believe I just did that.
He did it, folks.
And it's on camera forever. Okay.
Can't be unseen.
Yeah. So first, let's see, Ubisoft. Okay, so the major games. Some of these we're not even going to bother talking about because they don't matter. But Beyond Good and Evil 2, Assassin's Creed Origins, Far Cry 5, Skull and Bones, The Crew 2, Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle we talked about in our Nintendo video, South Park, The Fractured Butthole, which I love that title, South Park Phone Destroyer, that's going to be an app, which... Sorry guys, that's not a game. Starlink Battle for Atlas, Rayman Legends Definitive Edition for Switch, and Steep for Switch. So... Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Probably the biggest thing they announced.
Yeah, for good and bad reasons, frankly. Not what I think good and bad, what the general consensus.
Looks good. I mean, it wasn't really like game... Oh, was it gameplay?
No.
Or was it just...
I guarantee not one stinking bit of that was gameplay. None of that was in-game.
Hopefully it's coming. We'll see. We've waited, what, was it 10 years now it's been?
Roughly, yeah. But the original was on PS2 and PC.
Yeah, so
yeah.
Hopefully soon we will get more information about this title.
I said before, I think I tweeted out too that I don't think any other publisher, developer, console maker, anybody got more negative / questioning reactions from the presentation than Ubisoft did.
For good and bad reasons.
Yeah. For this one, as far as Good and Evil 2, a lot of people have been wanting a second one.
Yeah.
And so they're push. So the first thing, they put out the trailer. Yeah, I mean, it's just a trailer. I wasn't expecting gameplay. And what bothered a lot of people were the F-bombs. Now, you might say, well, who cares? What's a mature rated game? It's not that.
Needed?
Is it needed? And the PS2 was not like that at all. It was extremely family friendly. So it's kind of like Ubisoft does this, I think, where they're trying to push the envelope of edginess. Look how edgy and mature we are. And I don't think that just over-the-top swearing or nude scenes or whatever you want to call it, that doesn't make your game mature. It makes your game, like,
vulgar,
inappropriate for certain audiences, sure, but it doesn't make your game... To me, mature means that it's made for an adult with adult sensibilities, where those things are not black and white, not good and evil. There's gray areas in between. Yeah. Difficult moral decisions, ethical dilemmas, and everything. Just because you can, drop an F-bomb, that doesn't make you mature. So that's the big thing. And also the fact that at the end of the video they say, oh, we need your help to make the game. Need our help how? What? So basically a lot of people are saying, what? So you're telling me Ubisoft is going to try and crowdfund this thing?
That would be, I mean, for a company that big, that would be really strange.
Yeah, and I think kind of disingenuous. Where we have all this, the house that Assassin's Creed made, but we're not going to use any of that money to give you the game you want. You have to pay. I don't know. So yeah, that did not. It didn't come off well. So I think there's a lot of questions about that.
So then, I mean, the next one on the list,
Assassin's Creed Origins.
Another Assassin's Creed.
It's Assassin's Creed in Egypt.
Will I play it? No. Will I hate it? No. Will I like it? No. It's another Assassin's Creed. If that's your cup of tea,
Yeah.
go for it.
It's
Love
just
it.
there. Yeah, I actually listened to some podcasts. Some folks have actually played it. They don't. It's not that much of an upgrade from anything else that they've made, frankly. The setting's different. Far Cry 5.
I'm excited about it because I like Far Cry franchise.
The what?
I like the Far Cry game. I like the Far Cry. Words are tough right now.
Words are hard.
I do enjoy Far Cry. I've always liked the titles. They've always been really good. It's interesting now this one's taking place in America. What it's taking place about is definitely questionable and will raise a lot of people's
ire.
Yeah.
That's we talked about it on what the episode 5 was that? Rage Quit.
Yeah.
We talked about it on there. If you want more my in-depth thoughts and Nick's thoughts, or just look on any social media who's talking about it. You'll see what we're talking about.
I mean, is that going to stop me from buying it and playing it? No. You know, I will buy it and play it for a simple fact that I like the Far Cry series.
I think some of the the thematic choices are questionable.
Yeah.
And considering recent events in the U.S.,
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it makes them seem even more so. Anyway, Skull and Bones. This is another. Oh, do you remember this one?
No.
This is like freaking World of Tanks, but with pirate ships.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, I do.
Yeah. Okay.
If you are into pirates, you like sailing boats, it's a game for you.
I was just gonna say the pirate game ship has sailed. Yeah, it's probably nothing I'll ever touch. The Crew 2.
Off to the races with another racing game.
Isn't that the one where you purposely try and crash into stuff?
No, that was Flat Out. No, Flat Out or
okay.
Or like that was a fun one where you like purposely try to wreck and like throw your driver as far as you could or whatever.
Okay. Yeah. So the Crew 2, will I play it? Nope. Not even on my radar. But if you like cars and racing,
it did look really good.
Yeah, it does. So. Yeah. Mario and Rabbids we talked about on the Nintendo episode. So if you're curious, go watch the Nintendo episode. South Park: The Fractured Butthole. I can't say that name enough. It is genius. I've yet to play Stick of Truth, simply because it's not. I think it'd be hilarious, but it's just not high on my list. But everyone says it's like playing an episode of the show, which is cool.
I mean, I enjoyed the older South Parks from the PlayStation era, maybe. Like with the turkeys. That's all I remember is just launching turkeys at things, and they had a multiplayer too. So it was a lot of fun. But yeah, I didn't play the other ones. I do, enjoy South Park. Will I probably get it and play it? Probably not, though.
Yeah. South Park Phone Destroyer. It's a mobile app game. It's not a game. Sorry.
Dave, save it.
Starlink Battle for Atlas. No idea. I don't remember. Rayman Legends Definitive Edition for Switch.
Stop it already.
Yeah, it's. I know that's their only real platformer type game, but God, guys, how many times are you gonna make this game?
We're on like the 4th or 5th time. It would have to be at least.
Yeah. So I know it's cool, but geez. And then finally, Steep for Switch.
I didn't see this one.
Steep. It's basically the one that was all the like snowboarding or ski jump.
Oh, okay.
It does look kind of cool. It's not something I would play, but if you're a casual sports game player, I think that might be cool. Like if you're if you were a fan of Tony Hawk's games back in the day on PS2 or PS3, I think you might like Steep.
The bad image of the Tony Hawk Ride game that came with a skateboard peripheral. That failed terribly. Came into mind. Like, am I going to stand on my Switch and kickflip it?
No, I don't think so. But
I hope not.
Yeah, so I think there again, with them working with Nintendo on the Mario and Rabbids thing, I think Nintendo's like, well, if we're going to let you have access to Mario, you got to give us something more. So I think Rayman and Steep were probably part of the deal. Ubisoft was like, yeah, we're not going to give you anything that great. Okay, so that's all for Ubisoft.
Dos.
I can't do it in Spanish. Sorry.
Tres, dos, uno.
And next, EA. I did not watch EA. EA never has anything that I'm interested in at all. As far as I'm concerned, EA doesn't even make games anymore. But
Ow.
But apparently I'm wrong. They do make games. Anthem, Star Wars Battlefront 2, A Way Out, FIFA 18, FIFA for Switch, Madden NFL 18, NBA Live 18, Need for Speed Payback.
And also, too, not on there was the Battlefield 1 DLC they talked about.
Ah, okay. What's the DLC for Battlefield 1?
It is Russians. So the Russian art, pretty much they're taking...
Oh, Battlefield, okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking Battlefront. I'm like, what do Russians have to do with Star Wars?
Everything.
Damn Ruskies are hacking everything.
Yeah, so...
Now they're in our games!
The next expansion for that, if you have the season pass or if you want to purchase it, is they're taking the war to, like, into northern snowy and...
Oh, like the Battle for Stalingrad? If you know what that is, look it up.
I'm not too sure. I didn't see actual battle names, but the Russian campaign was coming into it.
Oh, cool.
So, like, the Russian cavalry?
Cavalry.
Yeah, cavalry.
Cavalry is a place. Cavalry is
Cavalry.
the mounted soldiers, yes.
So, yeah, those are coming into play. Night multiplayer maps are coming into play.
Wow.
And, like, some new guns and going to be in the snow.
Okay, so if you're a fan of...
Yeah, man, if you got the season pass, it looks good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my only thing is I'm running out of space on my PlayStation, but that's a different story.
Yeah, me too. I need to switch that hard drive out. So Anthem, this is the big one that everyone got really excited for from EA because it's almost like Destiny-like, I guess.
Yeah.
And it shows a lot of like we're swimming in water, all these different things,
Flying around.
Yeah. So
it looks really good. I have lots of questions. I don't know. I'm sure I'll probably be a day one buying of it because I'm.
Did they even say like what's it about? What's the whole? Oh, okay.
Not really. It was something. I don't remember if they're saying it was like open worldish, where you're all playing on the same world and you all go jumping with each other. And
it very much looks like it. Yeah.
So I mean, it's probably gonna be good. It's for me too early to tell.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna hold my statements till later after I gather more information.
Gotcha. Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Everyone's ecstatic for this. I'm gonna say they took everything they did not do right with the first one. They took everyone's complaints and then they finally put it into Battlefield 2.
And there's a one-player campaign, single-player campaign.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. I feel like EA did me dirty with the first one, so I'm a little hesitant.
Feel violated.
I
curled up in the fetal position in your shower.
Yeah, I think I don't remember if I bought the season pass for it. I just felt taken advantage of.
Okay, I think it's fair.
And Dave was there to listen to me and console me about it.
A Way Out, no clue, 0.
I feel like I saw it, but I don't remember what it was.
Okay, and let's say Need for Speed Payback.
Another
car game.
If cars are your thing.
Yeah.
Go have fun.
Yeah, and I'm gonna lump these together: FIFA 18, FIFA, Madden NFL 18, and NBA Live 18.
Sports.
EA does sports. That's their bread and butter is the sports titles. What amazes me though is this: FIFA 18 you're gonna put on an Xbox One and PS4. Switch just gets FIFA. Why don't they get the 18?
I don't know, Dave. We'll have to figure out what the differences are.
Yeah. Madden NFL 18. I think
football,
which is fine. I got no problem with football. It's just I don't know. It's you hear people complain that I gotta buy Madden every year for updated rosters.
But then they do it.
But then you complain about it, but you still buy it. Then if you're really gonna complain about the iterativeness iterativeness, if that's a word, of Madden, and you have to vote with your wallet. Stop buying it every year. If EA sees a massive slump in the sales, then you're like, okay, we'll put it out every other year. And that way, on the off years, all they have to do is updated rosters or DLC. If that's what you want, you have to make it known with your money. Just bitching about it on Twitter or Facebook is not going to get them to do it, because you still buy it, sheeple. NBA Live, okay. Really, EA? You couldn't. You haven't been able to get an NBA Live game out there for the past 10 years? Even the last one the demo was so god awful. You had to pull it off of the Xbox and PS4, the demos and everything. Why are you trying? Just let it go. let Activision take it. Let 2K do it, because theirs were much better anyways. You guys have no idea what you're doing with that franchise. Nothing. Just let it go. But that's just me. I don't play them, so I don't really care what you do. Okay, and then after EA, Bethesda. Wolfenstein 2, The Evil Within 2, aka Psycho Break here in Japan, Skyrim for Nintendo Switch, Doom VR, Fallout 4 VR, and Quake Champions.
I was happy with Bethesda's presentation. I know you were ecstatic, and we were messaging back and forth while watching this one.
Ecstatic is kind of strong. Happy.
It's another Skyrim for Dave to play.
Yeah, pretty much.
For the fifth time.
And Skyrim on Switch has amiibo support?
Which was very awesome to see, because what amiibo was it, Dave?
That would be the Breath of the Wild amiibo, which gives me Link's tunic and outfit from Breath of the Wild, and the Master Sword. I can play Skyrim using the Master Sword. I mean, really, come on. That's awesome.
You got me, Bethesda. You got me to bite with this one.
I thought that was fantastic. And the fact that I'm just going to be able to play Skyrim portable. On break at work, I can bust out my Switch and play some Skyrim. That's the dream for portable gaming. Get a console experience on the go. And we're finally getting into that. So I was happy with that.
I mean, that one looked really good.
Wolfenstein 2?
Wolfenstein 2 looked really sweet.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was when I first saw it. I was like, what is this? Oh, okay, there's a Nazi. Oh, like
there's clan members on the street.
I was like, is this Wolfenstein? And then boom, it was Wolfenstein. I was like, oh.
I heard, actually, one of the words that I've heard thrown around a lot for that trailer was disturbing. Because it just, as you walk around, the character you are, you're not Blazkowicz anymore. You're someone different. You're like a fireman or something. That just the Nazi iconography and the clan members, and people are like, oh my god. To me, that's a mature rated game, where you're actually challenging someone's sensibilities and making them feel slightly uncomfortable, not because you're swearing or showing boobies, but stuff that's truly
mature,
deep cut. Yeah. So I think that game is going to be really interesting. The Evil Within 2.
It looked good. I mean, it looked scary.
Did you play the first one?
No.
I watched streams of the first one. It is because it's is that Shinji Mikami?
Maybe.
Or no, I can't remember. But it's basically that the Evil Within, aka Psycho Break, that is Japanese horror. Japanese horror is not gruesome, stabby jump scares.
Like mind scares.
Yeah, it's basically, it screws with your head a lot. It's really psychological, which I think they did a really good job with that game. It's not, I'm into horror stuff, so I probably won't play it, but I will say that's a game to watch out for if you're into horror titles. Doom VR. And Fallout 4 VR. We'll put those together.
Yeah, again, this is in the VR platforms, which I was kind of excited about. Fallout VR? I think it was kind of interesting to play Fallout in the VR.
The entire game in VR.
So I'm curious about the mechanics and how it's going to work. That's probably something I would say is going to be better with like the Vive or the higher end VR systems. Not so much the PlayStation VR, which is going to be, you know, nice. I think that's going to be more of a higher end PC VR.
And my question is that the VR title, is that also available for Xbox One? And if so, what are you using with it?
It's a good question. We'll have to wait and find out.
Interesting, Pete Hines. Tweet at us. And Quake Champions.
How'd you feel about Quake Champions?
I understand Quake. I think here's the thing. Quake is like the Beatles of video games. They have their place in the history of that. Well, they have their place in the history of music. Quake has its place in the history of video games. I know it's important to a lot of people. Without Quake, you would not have Overwatch. It just simply wouldn't exist. But I watched some streams of early access. I'm not a Quake player. I never was. Even back in the day, I remember playing Unreal Tournament on my Dreamcast. It's cool, but nothing that I would write home. Again, it's a shooty game that I'm not into.
I mean...
But the pedigree is undeniable.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I always thought Quake was a really good, fast-paced shooter. I mean, that's just what it is. It always played good. It was always fun to play with friends, to be fragging each other, which was just awesome. So I'm actually looking forward to that one.
And I think this one you can play. They're putting Blazkowicz in there as a playable character.
They are.
Yeah. So yeah, that's I thought Bethesda's stuff. It was good. It was more along the lines of like PlayStation. Just here's a barrage of videos.
Yep.
So which is fine. Turn the microphone on. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, and the last part of our third-party chatting.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't have my microphone on the first time.
First timer.
So companies like Bandai Namco, Capcom, Deep Silver, Konami, Razer, Sega, Square Enix. We'll just go through a couple of these. Capcom.
Thank you, Capcom, for finally putting something out that tickled my fancy oh so well, and that was Monster Hunter Worlds. Finally coming back to the PS4, Xbox One, and then at a later date, the PC. This was what I did my reaction video to, my thoughts and opinions.
Find it on YouTube.
Next generation Monster Hunter. That's kind of what I'm looking at it as. It's very, as they were saying, westernized, I think is how they're phrasing it. Some people were happy, some people were sad, some people were upset, but I think this is where Capcom is taking Monster Hunter 2.
Which camp do you fall in?
All of the above.
I think it's, if you watch the trailer, yeah, it's more realistic looking. For the console iteration, it does seem like they're getting away from the hyper stylized, cartoonish look of the 3DS or PSP games, which does make me a little sad because I like those.
Yeah.
But I do like the fact that it's coming to a console that has a big online focus, because that's the whole point of Monster Hunter is multiplayer. Now you can play, no matter where you are, you can get multiplayer. You don't have to worry about doing any ad hoc mode or anything like that. So yeah. I think it really kind of is a good fit. The control schemes, they're saying that they're going to try and make it a little bit easier for newcomers. I think what they mean is newcomers as Westerners.
Yeah.
I think they believe Western people might have a hard time with the traditional controls, so they're going to try and dumb them down a bit, which has some of the hardcore fans upset. Hopefully they'll give, I don't know, but hopefully maybe they'll give you a choice in like controller options.
I haven't played a game that never had controller options in it, so hopefully there should be some customization to it.
And just so you know, as we're recording this, in several hours, we have tickets. We're going to go to the Monster Hunter World exhibition here in Akihabara, where it was a limited number of tickets, 100 people, and then you have, I don't know how many people that are backup. Nick is one of the 100, one of the chosen. Woohoo! I'm one of the backups, so if someone doesn't show, I can get their seat. They're going to show some Monster Hunter World stuff for the first time in Japan. We don't really know what everything they're going to show, and Nick is going to get a free t-shirt.
Thank you, Capcom.
But it's the T-shirts are only medium or large.
Yep.
You can't make a choice, and remember that's medium, large, Japan style.
So Nick might get a new loincloth.
Yeah. So I think Monster Hunter World, I'm not like, oh my god, I gotta play, but I do want to play it. I think that's a great co-op game. And I'm very, very interested in playing it myself. And of course, Capcom also, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Looks really good.
Yeah, it looks really cool. Some of the facial stuff is a little janky. And Chun-Li from Street Fighter, I don't know what they're doing with their face. I don't know what these people are doing with the faces of the characters.
Okay.
I don't really understand it where, don't try and make her look realistic. I don't want that. But there actually is a story behind this game this time. If you go on your Xbox One or PS4, there is a story demo for free, download for free.
Is it up right now?
Yes, it is. I've downloaded it. Yeah.
Like the other day, it wasn't up yet.
Yeah.
So
when they announced it, I was looking, it wasn't there, but it's on there now. I don't know who else playable in it. I haven't fiddled around with it yet, but definitely check that out if you like that game. If you're a Capcom or Marvel fan. Bandai Namco Tekken 7. It was actually out before E3, so Tekken 7's just tearing it up for the FGC right now. Everybody's playing it. So shout out to Harada-san for, again, making another great iteration of a great fighting game. Square Enix, their big thing was Kingdom Hearts 3.
That's another one. How many years have we been waiting for the next Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah.
So I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, pretty much. And they pushed Stormblood, Final Fantasy 14 Online Stormblood. It's just their next expansion. Yeah. Konami was there with Metal Gear Survive. It's funny how people's opinions change.
What was Survive?
Not because anything was changed, but because they just don't want to be that guy that complains about something.
Okay.
Metal Gear Survive is nothing more than a third-person shooter in the Metal Gear universe with zombies. That's it. And I'm sure there's mechanics in there that are Metal Gear specific. I'm sure, but yeah, it's like if you took Metal Gear Online, that style of play, and you put zombies in it, there you go. It's Metal Gear Survive.
I mean, as a pretty big Metal Gear fan, how do you feel about this, Dave?
I don't know. But my thing is, okay, so my thing is Metal Gear is synonymous with Hideo Kojima. He's not there anymore. He has absolutely zero to do with this game. It's the title Metal Gear is tenuous at best. It's just
were they like
that's
waiting
the
for him
job.
to leave just to shove zombies into it?
That's what I'm guessing. And what's funny is that he said in an interview somewhere that Metal Gear was always about socio-political intrigue and spies and stuff. And I don't know if there's much place in that universe for zombies. Well, dude, yours had vampires in it.
That's true.
With Vamp, so yeah, I don't think you can really say that. So
we know what kind of talkie you are now.
Yeah. So I just, I don't know. Oh, wait, but it's just funny when they first announced it. E3 last year, or was it PSX last year? I can't remember. And people are like, "Oh my God, this game is terrible. What are they doing?" This year, those same people are like, "Well, you gotta wait and see." What happened? The game, nothing changed. What made you change it? It's because you're getting people telling you to shut up. That's why you don't want to be the bad guy. So, yeah, I just hey, wait and see. It's probably going to be silly, and that's okay. Just like they did. Remember Yakuza Dead Souls?
Yeah.
It was okay as a Yakuza game, but it took all the characters, put them in the same place, but there was a zombie takeover. It was meant to be tongue-in-cheek. It's not supposed to be meant to be taken as a hardcore game. So if it's done like that, I'm okay with it. Middle-earth, Shadow of War. Did you play Shadow of Mordor?
Negative.
Wow. If you enjoy God of War, if you enjoyed the Rocksteady Batman games, if you're a fan of either of those, even like a little bit, the Tolkien Shadow of Mordor and now Shadow of War, they're fantastic. The game mechanics are great. If you like Tolkien, Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, they're making them. They're trying to make them canon. where these games take place between The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. The Nemesis function that they had in the first game, they're bringing back, where basically if you kill an orc, that's cool, but another orc will take his place. If you fail to kill an orc chieftain, he will survive, he will remember you, and then next time you see him, he will actually have been stronger, and he may have been promoted since you saw him. So it was a really cool play mechanic. This basically you're playing as a ranger. I don't want to say too much. You're playing as a ranger whose family was killed, but you're inhabited by the elf that actually was the smithy who made the Rings of Power for Sauron. Who now, is dead but regrets what he did and knows what he wrought upon Middle-earth, so he's helping us. So that's where you get your superpowers from.
Interesting.
It is very good. I recommend it to anybody. Sega was there with Sonic Forces.
Another Sonic game.
Which Sonic 4 says. Yeah. But frankly, nobody cared about that because everyone was talking about Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania, that's what everybody wanted. It is a traditional Sonic game. Everything just thrown into the stew. It does look cool. Other stuff, really not that anything interesting, frankly.
Yeah, I mean, that was about...
Any other games that you saw that you were interested in?
Not really. That was about it. E3 this year was not terrible, not great.
Yeah, I kind of thought so too, because it seemed like, you always have that E3 where there's like that unknown bomb that they throw that nobody had any idea, nothing was leaked, and just like people lose their minds over. I think the closest you're getting to that is probably Metroid 4, Hunters Prime 4.
I think that was about it.
I think that was the biggest one for a lot of people. Yeah. For me, obviously we were not at E3. Watched it live streaming. The Treehouse was good. Yeah. They always do a good job. Some of the stuff, I know I'm going to get crap for saying this, but I'm glad Aisha Tyler wasn't at Ubisoft now. Just for me, when you hear game stuff, it's like, just tell me about the games. I don't need to be entertained by a comedian. Yeah. Or who goes up there and starts cussing, like, oh, this is so street level, and oh, I'm relating to the gamers because I'm cursing, and I don't like it when they try and bring in other forms of entertainment in with gaming. Yeah. It doesn't. I know some people think it goes well together. I don't. So I think it was a good idea. They did not have her there, and some of the awkward things they tried to do. But overall, yeah, E3 was okay this year. I don't think it was anything mind-blowing.
No, it was good. Besides Monster Hunter, that's everyone knows that tickles my fancy.
Yeah.
Overall it was a good, not terrible. But I'm looking forward to seeing what else is coming.
Yeah, to me, Microsoft has a battle on their hands because they seem to have a foot in each camp. They have the foot in the console, and they have the foot in PC. Not necessarily PC gaming, although that's true. Yeah. But PCs as far as productivity. Operating systems and all these other things, where I think it's difficult for them to really nail down a message, even though they're trying to make everything cohesive. I just feel like they're trying to fight two battles at the same time.
If you look at it, so if you look at the three majors, Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft, only one of those companies is a video game company, and that's Nintendo. Yeah. Everything else is dipping into other stuff.
Yeah, Sony makes TVs,
computers.
No, they stopped computers. They bag.
They still make a lot of shit.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's true. They do make consumer electronics. So yeah, you're right. They do have their foot in two camps as well.
So
maybe that makes it easier for Nintendo because they can just focus.
I think so.
Yeah. They're leaner, meaner machine at this point. So yeah, so that's our last E3 video.
Like it, hate it, share it, subscribe.
Please, comment. Let us know what you think. If somebody says, "Oh, well, I had an idea for you guys, but I didn't know how to contact you," bull. because you can find us on Twitter at Tokyo Game Chat. You can email us at tokyogamechat@gmail.com.
Oh, and Facebook, Tokyo Game Chat, and Instagram, Tokyo Game Chat.
Yeah, so there's no excuse if you, other than laziness.
I mean, we check them periodically.
And we do want your comments, whether positive or negative, doesn't matter. Let us know what you think. We can bring it up, in an episode. Hey, such and such person said that they thought this was really cool, and you're stupid for saying it wasn't. That's okay.
I mean, we finally addressed the 720 issue.
Yeah, finally, you see us in beautiful 720p.
Yeah.
No, we're not going 1080p. We're not going 4K. I think nobody wants to see this in 4K. God forbid. I don't think so.
Maybe.
So, but thank you for watching all of our E3 reaction videos. We appreciate it. Hopefully we will see you again soon. If not, we'll see you on the interwebs.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate
GG.
it.